Welcome back to Carol's Journey. Today's segment is about makeup, and this is a continuation on our hair and beauty segment. Right now, I want to go back to Miss Varahn Chamblee, who's going to give a demonstration on night makeup.
Yes,
Varahn?
okay, thank you. We just completed a day look right now, as you can see. So now I'm about to add the contour to the eyes, the nose, and to the cheeks. And I start out by using slightly darker color. And this darker color will enhance the cheekbones. This is especially for night wear because you don't want to have too much contour during the daytime. But this night wear is good, and when we're taking pictures sometimes, that's when we have the contouring done. And if you can see, I'm placing it right underneath where the red was put on, where the rouge was for the cheeks. As a matter of fact, we'll add a little bit more rosiness to the cheek, and that will also blend the contouring that was just applied. And we want to make sure it's blended very well. Christine has a very nice complexion. She's very even, and so you'll get a chance to see what the contour will look like when it's completed. Now we're going to just add right underneath the brow. Right underneath the brow, underneath where the highlighter was. This is what we call the contouring for the eyes. And if you can see, it's a slightly darker color, slightly brown. And this is applied in the crease of the eye. And once we apply the contour in the crease of the eye, we can also go a little bit in depth with other colors to add to the eye as well. Okay, and at this point, I will add a little bit of depth to the eye and bringing the eyes out a little bit deeper in the corners of the eye. You want to look straight ahead, Christina? Exactly, okay. And this is right underneath the eyes, using a little bit darker color. And this is going to complete our night wear, our night evening makeup, let's say. Or like I said, sometimes we do this when we're taking pictures. When I'm working with models and they're taking pictures, there's a lot of contouring, a lot of in-depth makeup done. Okay, and at this point now we'll go back and we'll highlight right underneath where the darker makeup was applied under the eye area. First, I'm just going to tap there because I don't really know how much I would like to use, so I would tap it in place right underneath where I did the eyes just a little bit darker, and then I will begin to blend. And sometime at this point, you might want to blow your brush so that you don't have too much of an intensity when you start to blend. And I will blend upward right above the cheek area, right where I applied the color for the cheeks. And then I will go back over that as well when this is completed.
You know, I'm under the impression that blending is very, very important because they're constantly mentioning blending, and you do a lot of blending.
Right. Yeah, it's very important because what happens if you don't have the blending in, then you start to see the separation.
Ah, I see.
Where it's not even.
Right.
So that's why if you notice, as I'm applying from side to side, I then step in front of her to make sure that it's balanced out. Okay, then I make sure those cheeks are staying rosy. And now we're going to move on to the contouring of the nose. And we don't have to do too much contouring. Christina has a very nice nose. Nice little nose, so we'll just slightly contour it to blend with what we did already. And And then you want to start just from the corner of the eyebrows, if you notice. Sometimes not as slightly as close up, and then I'll just go on one side of the nose and then the other side of the nose. And then straight up and down strokes, straight up and down strokes. And then at this point, then we will use a little lighter shade right in the center. This time we'll take a little lighter translucent just to guts. See, I just dab it because this will be a little bright. And we go right in the center. Right on the center to the tip of your nose. And then, of course, we'll take the translucent brush, close your eyes, and we'll just go in that corner of the nose on the side where I applied the contour to make sure that's blended. At this point, it should all be in one. So on both sides, I'm using a translucent brush and I'm making sure that it's blended. Because we shouldn't be able to see any lines or anything.
Oh, I see.
See. So at this point, you're able to dust the eyes as much as you can. And we can add a little bit of the same highlighter that we use for the eyes right down the center. And add a little bit more color to the lips, just to give the lips a little bit more of a rosy look. Because the glitter of the first gloss we use is on. Sometimes I line lips. I like lips that are lined. They look nice when you're going out, but the young girls, they don't. They usually like just a gloss and maybe a hint of color added.
Right.
It doesn't necessarily have to be lined. But I see it's coming back now. I see a few girls that they line their lips. But usually for pictures or anything like that, lining the lips are good too.
Yeah. Well, I think that defines the lips, is particularly if you don't have perfectly shaped lips.
Exactly.
It has to be
define
lined
the
to
lips. Sometimes we can give the top lip a bigger look if the top lips are smaller than the bottom lip. So there's different things that you can do. Now, last but least, we apply the mascara. Look up. And then you want to just slightly brush back and forth, top and the bottom. And usually what I do is get the mascara on there by going back and forth like this on the lashes, the top and the bottom, and then look straight ahead. And then I start to brush up. And I was told before, I saw a segment where when we apply mascara, once we get the mascara hooked onto the lash, we slightly shift it to the side, because that part is where the mascara is really gotten in to the root of the eyelash.
I
Yes.
see. I know
Just
to
put it in there and hook it,
right.
and shift it to the side, and then pull it up.
Yeah.
Mascara brush goes up after that.
I know it's also separates the eyelash.
Yes, it does. Okay, look all the way up to the ceiling eyeball. That's it. And now the same thing to the bottom, shifting it and pulling it straight down. She's got lovely lashes too as well. And put it in, shifting it, and going straight down. Give us a nice full look to the eyelashes, top and bottom. Okay, let's see that.
Oh, the eyes look really dramatic.
Okay, and that's the
Yes.
completion
Yes.
of our look. for Christina. Thank you, Christina. You've been really a
And I
nice,
hope-
dedicated model for us.
Right. And I'm hoping that you enjoyed this segment and you picked up a few tips on how to do daytime as well as nighttime makeup. And it'll give you a little chance to practice because makeup artists are like painters, painting the picture.
That's right.
I want to thank you very much for joining Carol's Journey. This and many of our videos can be seen on YouTube. It could also be seen on Facebook. We're on channel 68 BronxNet, Files 34, Files 36, RCN, and we're also featured on Manhattan Cable, Thursdays at 3:30. So stay tuned to us, Carol's Journey TV, on BronxNet every Wednesday at 6 p.m. Thank you for joining us.